Hey, what's up, everybody? It's GleeCon, and I'm back again with another episode of Lore of Warcraft, and thank you for joining us today. On the last episode, we discussed part of the website known as the Troll Compendium, and we talked about how the original trolls came into the Horde in something that's now considered non-canon, because the whole Warcraft website has been updated and replaced by Chronicles and the stuff in retail. Um, Today we're going to continue some of these lore and shorts, things that used to be canon and pretty much still are, but kind of aren't, and things that have changed. So when the game first came out, there was a game guide, an online game guide that dropped in 2014. I guess not when it first came out, but as the website really started taking off, a few expansions into the game. And each real main character had a tab as well. So today's topic is going to be a very, very short one, but it's the original entry that was tied to Gul'dan. Here you have a cool picture of Gul'dan standing on some fell-ridden place with skulls everywhere, some sort of magic in his hand, almost doesn't like a soul-y kind of magic, with those skull-adorned spikes bursting out of his body, a sword, and then a weird spooky statue in the background. So, if you also want to check out the other episodes, we've been closer and closer to finishing off our classic walkthrough, and we will continue our lower Blackrock Spire run to get gems in Seal of Ascension. We still need two more tomorrow morning. So stay a while and listen to the characters of Warcraft Gul'dan, the original. He is known as the betrayer of the orcs. When he compromised his people for demonic power, the warlock Gul'dan tainted the very soul of the orcish race. Born on Draenor, the homeworld of the orcs, Gul'dan was a shaman until he helped his mentor Ner'zhul ally the orcs with the demon Kil'jaeden. Ner'zhul sought to undercut their alliance when he learned the pact would make the entire orc people slaves to demons, but before he could, Gul'dan betrayed him and took his place. Gul'dan became the first known warlock and the head of the Shadow Council, cabal of resourceful orcs who secretly served the Burning Legion from within orc society. Gul'dan's actions would ultimately lead to the corruption of the Horde. He deceived several leaders of the orcish clans into drinking the blood of the Pit Lord Manaroth, binding them to the Legion. With a unified orc army at his back, Gul'dan launched an unprovoked attack against Shattrath City and razed the Draenei capital. Even though the orcs had followed Kil'jaeden's orders, the demon lord abandoned them, leaving them to fight amongst themselves for years on a world that quickly turned barren from the use of destructive fell magic. Gul'dan saw a new destiny for the Horde after being contacted by the corrupted human sorcerer Medivh. The orc warlock was promised endless power in exchange for conquering Azeroth and freeing the body of the fallen titan Sargeras. The Shadow Council built and opened a dark portal with Medivh's help, and the orcs plundered their way across the eastern kingdoms, eventually laying siege to Stormwind City. With victory in his grasp, Gul'dan decided he no longer wished to wait for Medivh to voluntarily tell him the location of Sargeras' tomb. The warlock was searching deep within Medivh's mind when the human sorcerer was killed during a daring raid, and Gul'dan fell into a coma. By the time Gul'dan awoke, most of his followers were dead, and the Horde was now firmly under the control of Orgrim Doomhammer. Gul'dan swore allegiance to the new warchief by assembling an undead army, the dreaded Death Knights, from the corpses of Stormwind's fallen heroes. However, when Doomhammer's Horde needed him the most during the Second War, Gul'dan and some of his clans abandoned Doomhammer to seek the tomb of Sargeras, where he uncovered the terrible truth behind his efforts. Sargeras never had any intention of granting him power at all. Gul'dan was torn to shreds by the masses of vicious demons inside the tomb, and his very skull became a focus of demonic power. And more or less, that's all pretty much canon. Maybe some things have been tweaked since then, but nothing I'm super familiar enough with to realize it, but we will encounter it as we do the entire Warcraft journey together. A lot to go and a lot already done, but I wouldn't have it any other way. Thank you for walking with me side by side through this long journey. We'll have another one tomorrow. For now, we have another one in the pipe, 5x5.